Yeah, 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 yeah. Mystic Matt turning fives to stacks. Party king reps rolling like tracks. Doubters gonna hate, but the cheddar's fat. UFC nights turning pennies to racks. Spread too wide, Vegas holding the breath. Props and parlays, betting like nothing left. Pull the underdog moves like a chess grandmaster. Break the bank, they'll respect you faster. Cheddar change, mystic rearrange. Dollar bills from change, bets ain't strange. Critics might scoff, they don't know the range. Mystic Matt cashing in, pocket feels strange. $5, $10, pocket rocket. Fight night knowledge, stacking ticket. Vegas odds shaking, they can pick it. Mystic Matt, every win a ticket. Cash coming in, steady river flow. Count it out, often doubters laying low. Parlay stacked, high pro gamble show. Mystic's foresight, bets overflow. Cheddar change, mystic rearrange. Dollar bills from change, bets ain't strange. Critics might scoff, they don't know the range. Mystic Matt cashing in, pocket feels strange.
And what's going on, y'all? It feels good to be here on a Friday evening. Welcome to Change to Cheddar here on the Golden Octagon. My name is Matt. And yeah, as always, I truly appreciate you guys for taking the time to stop by here and hang out with your boy. My name is obviously Matt here tonight. We are going to run through every single fight on the card, prelims all the way up to the main card. I'm going to give you my picks and predictions, what I can for this card, and then midway through the show, I'm going to give you, I think, 4 different parlays, and then one straight bet that I have, and then at the end of the show for the members, we are going to do the predict the fight game. I'm going to show you guys the prize, and in about 15 minutes or so, it will be posted up on the community tab because I already have it scheduled. But before we get into it, let's shout out the chat real quick. Up first in here, we got Austin saying, "Happy Friday, everyone. We made it. I appreciate you stopping by here tonight, Austin." And indeed, we did make it, brother. Thank goodness. We got Daniel Aker in here with the LFG, dropping the fire and the cheese. Hopefully, we can get that cheese this weekend, brother. We got Jay Wolf in here with the salute. I appreciate you, Jay Wolf, for stopping by here tonight. We got Sugar Sharp in the room. Appreciate you, Sugar Sharp. And we got Frank in the room saying, waving. What's up, Frank? How you doing, brother? Glad you're able to make it. Hey, Sugar Sharp's name is Frank, too. Look at that. We got 2 Franks in the room. All right. So with that being said, let's go ahead and not waste too much time and get into it. So the first fight of the night going to be LONGSHOT taking on Chang Li. So went ahead and put everything together up there so we can just take a look at it. The weigh-in photos and the face-off photos. So Chang Li is on the at the bottom and on the right side, and LONGSHOT is up top there and on the left side. And he looks to be the more well-muscled guy, if I'm going to be honest. And from what I could find on this fight, both fighters kind of fight the same way. This is probably going to end up in some sort of like wrestling match. I would say Chang Li a little bit more relentless with the takedowns, but in my opinion, I think if he tries to just go for the takedowns nonstop, he's probably going to end up gassing here. So my official prediction for this fight is going to be LONGSHOT. That is the Chinese guy on the left side. Yeah, I give LONGSHOT to win this fight via decision. Do I feel confident on it? No, not at all, because neither one of these guys are actually UFC level. We got D Hunt. What's going on, D Hunt? Appreciate you stopping by tonight, my guy. Yeah, so first fight of the night, give me LONGSHOT to win the fight via decision. Currently odds for the fight, LONGSHOT -112, Chang Li -104. LONGSHOT to win the fight via points is +160, or 3-or decision, which is what you could probably save yourself with. LONGSHOT 3-or decision is +135, but I don't feel confident to even be betting on that fight this weekend. Just giving y'all my read on it. So up next, we have Magomed Gadzhiesulov taking on Brendon Hibario. So Gadzhiesulov up top and on the left, and Hibario is on the bottom and on the right. So the Russian Gadzhiesulov, very, very hard to find tape on him. I think I've found like 2 or 3 fights, and that is maybe one of those was like a half of a fight, just because it was just terrible quality, to be honest. Brendon Hibario, we all know that he is basically a glass cannon. He come to blast you in the first round, and if he don't, he's folding over in that second round. So we don't really know if Gadzhiesulov is UFC level, though, because from his record, the guys that he's beaten, he could be a fraud. But so this one is another tough one that I have trouble actually betting it in a lot. But yeah, currently, I don't know if I said this, Gadzhiesulov minus 320, your favorite. Brendon Hibario plus 260. If you're on the dog, I understand why, and I don't hate you for it, because Gadzhiesulov could be a fraud. But give me Magomed Gadzhiesulov to probably knock out Brendon Hibario in one of the first 2 rounds, probably round 2, because he usually gives it enough round 1 and then folds over in the second, just like his brother. So Magomed Gadzhiesulov KO round 1 or 2 is minus 105 on FanDuel. That's the way I see this fight going. But once again, I don't feel too crazy confident on this fight. So we'll move into one of the ones that I do like and I do feel confident on. We've got Muin Tajik, that might be, you know what? Let me not say. I think it's Muin to Tajik Gafarov. If I'm wrong, it is what it is. Taking on Kyung Ho Kang. Kyung Ho Kang, Mr. Perfect, is at the top and on the left, and Muin Gafarov is the bottom and on the left. So he's going to be a little bit shorter. Yeah, the way this fight, trying to watch tape on Kyung Ho Kang is rather irritating, because you know that he's good at submissions, but he just refuses to shoot for a takedown. He just strikes the whole time. If he knocks you down, then he'll lock up the sub. But in this fight, Muin Gafarov is the better striker. He has fantastic kicks, solid takedown defense. He don't really go for takedowns too often, so I don't see him ending up on the ground, to be honest. So the way I personally see this fight going is Muin Gafarov to stay at distance and just kick Mr. Perfect Kyung Ho Kang all 3 rounds, 3-round decision. Yeah, give me Muin Gafarov to win this fight via decision. And for that to happen is plus 175. I'm not sure if I gave you guys the regular odds. Regular odds plus 136 for Kyung Ho Kang and minus 162 currently for Muin Gafarov. But Muin Gafarov via points is the way I am going there. So we'll move on to the next one. That is Rinat Fakhretdinov taking on the Danish Dynamite, Nicholas Dalby. And look at Dana White's face looking at Nicholas Dalby there. He's like, dude, this guy's locked in, ready to go. And yeah, I kind of feel it too. And this is one of the ones that me and D Rose are split on this week. I know a lot of people high on Rinat Fakhretdinov, and I am one of those people, but I am notoriously a Nicholas Dalby fan. I pick him a lot. Besides his last fight and this fight, I believe I've picked him in every single UFC fight since me and D Rose have had the podcast. So I am still on Rinat Fakhretdinov. Currently odds for this fight, minus 360 Rinat Fakhretdinov, plus 290 Nicholas Dalby. Earlier in the week, I'm like, Rinat Fakhretdinov via decision is the way this is going to go. And for that to happen is plus 100. But to be honest, y'all, I've listened to too many people this week. Rinat Fakhretdinov might be the first person to officially finish Nicholas Dalby in the UFC, because those first 2 rounds are absolute hell. And if by some way Nicholas Dalby can get through those first 2 rounds, he can maybe win that third. And can he finish Rinat in that third? he would have to be completely gassed out to do so, in my opinion. So I'm probably just going to start parlaying up like Renat in any future bets I have on this, but I'm still going Renat via decision at plus 100. So Renat Fakhretdinov via points plus 100 is the way I am going there. So AO photos, love all the vids and streams, man. Found you a couple months ago, been steadily watching you since. I appreciate AO photos. Thanks for your support, man. I truly appreciate it, my guy. So we'll move on to the next one, which is we've got Magomed Naimov taking on Felipe Lima. This is one that a lot of people are split on, and the odds are pretty close. Magomed Naimov minus 104, Felipe Lima minus 112. So Felipe Lima is actually flipped to be your favorite. So Magomed Naimov is officially your underdog at this point. It's still super close, but yeah, I'm on Magomed Naimov. I don't think like Felipe Lima is he hasn't been truly tested to be UFC level yet, as where Magomed Naimov, we've seen him a few times now, and he's looked pretty much great in every single time. So yeah, I know a lot of people saying that like that Felipe Lima is good. He's could maybe be top 10 in the UFC. I just have a hard time believing that if I haven't seen you fight any UFC level competition. So yeah, I am on Magomed Naimov here. Give me Magomed Naimov to win this fight via decision. And currently for that to happen, Magomed Naimov via points is plus 360, and I don't hate that. Let me just talk to y'all. The main reason why I feel like this is I know like that Lima is the champion of like the promotion called Octagon, but he's the 135-pound champion. So he's taking this fight short notice, a weight class up. And Magomed Naimov, we've seen him do well against people actually in the weight class. So I'm going Magomed Naimov via points here, and plus 360. That's a solid bet in my opinion. Is it going to get there? I don't know. So if you want to cover yourself, Magomed Naimov 3 or decision is plus 250, and I don't hate that as well. I believe I might even have that parlayed up. So see if you guys got anything to say about this one. We got Sugar Sharp saying I'm high on Renat on this one. Me too, man. But I'm also a Nicholas Dalby fan. So if Dalby won, it probably wouldn't surprise me too much, Sugar Sharp. So we'll move on to the next one. That is Nazarov Haqparast taking on Jared Flash Gordon. Yeah, I don't think Jared Gordon's the best fighter in the world, y'all. And he gets way more credit for the quote-unquote Paddy Pimblett win than I think that he should get. You know, the fight was really close, and, you know, that's what you're known for is maybe winning a super close decision against Paddy Pimblett. Like, besides that, he's just gotten knocked out a whole bunch. So, yeah, not the biggest Jared Gordon fan. I hate the, you know, shit on y'all's feelings if you are a huge Jared Gordon fan. But, yeah, the way I see this fight going is Nazarov Haqparast probably going to jab Jared Gordon up all 3 rounds and probably win this fight via decision. Currently odds for this fight, Nazarov Haqparast minus 230, Jared Gordon plus 190. But I got Nazarov Haqparast to win this fight via decision at plus 130. And could he knock Jared Gordon out? He probably could, but I believe it would probably be a little bit later on in the fight. But hey, it wouldn't surprise me if Jared Gordon just got sparked early because, you know, that's what happens to Jared Gordon. So we'll move on to the next one. We have Johnny Walker taking on Volkan. No time, Oezdemir. Yeah, fun fight and a really hard one to predict. Currently, the money line odds for this are locked on FanDuel. So I have no clue what it currently is, but I can maybe tell you what it was a few minutes ago. Let me log into my FanDuel here. But yeah, I think a lot of people are on the same boat as this is probably going under. And yeah, I could see it probably just going under. But earlier, Johnny Walker was a minus 112, so that probably puts Volkan Oezdemir somewhere around minus 104, minus 105, something like that. But Over under for this fight is set at 1.5. Over 1.5 rounds is -160. Under 1.5 rounds is +126. A lot of people wants that plus money under, and I could feel it. I can see it, but it depends on which Johnny Walker we get. If we get the flying through the air, you know, coming to throw hooks Johnny Walker, yeah, this is for sure going under 1.5 because Volkan's probably going to knock him out. But what if we get the Johnny Walker that fought Thiago Santos, where he just stays at distance and just leg kicks Volkan Oezdemir for 3 rounds? You know, just be careful if you're betting on this fight. I hate that I have this bet, but I do have Johnny Walker to win this bet, and I have him in a few parlays. But if you're on the under, I don't hate it at +126. If you're on the over, I don't hate that as like either. This is one, whatever you feel with this fight, good luck. I'm just betting moneyline Johnny Walker and hoping for the best. We'll move on to the next one. That is one that I don't know if it's a hot take on this one, but we'll talk about it. We've got Share a Bullet Magomedov taking on Antonio Tricoli. And yeah, this is one that earlier in the week, I'm like, yeah, Share a Bullet's probably just going to crush him. But man, after seeing the face off, I'm like, dude, Antonio wins all of his fights via like first round sub, you know, and we've seen Share a Bullet have absolutely no ground game at all. He just let Bruno Silva just lay on him, took him down over and over, like 4 times, I think. And Bruno Silva's a kickboxer. So, yeah, if you're betting Share a Bullet Magomedov here, good luck this week. Currently, odds for this fight, -490 Share a Bullet, +380 Antonio Tricoli. Yeah, if you must bet this fight, I don't mind the fight to start round 2 at -128. That's not the worst bet in the world. But yeah, you guys will see. I do have a straight bet this week. It is Antonio Tricoli by submission. And, you know, could this look exactly like the Weston Wilson versus Jekka Sergey last week? It could. It could. Yeah, I'm going to stick with my pick. Share a Bullet. Magomedov probably going to knock Antonio Tricoli out. But yeah, I'm going to let my bet ride just because I saw the weigh-ins and I was like, you know what? It's worth a shot. I put $5 on it. If we hit it, it pays for all the bets that we've made this whole day. So even if we lose them all, you know, we broke even as I hit my camera. So that's going to be fun when I show you guys the cards to see where that comes out at. Yeah, so give me Share a Bullet to probably knock out Antonio Tricoli in one of the first 2 rounds. But I do have a bet on Antonio Tricoli to win by sub in the first round. It's only $5, so not anything crazy, but you guys will see that after we break down these next 3 fights. We've got a comment in here. Let's see. Did D-Rose take Shara on this one? Yeah, me and D-Rose both took Shara on that one. I'm not pick flipping or anything like that, but yeah, I feel fishy about it. Antonio looks good. He looks good up there. Yeah, so we'll move on to the next one. We got Kelvin Gastelum. I said Karen. What are we doing? Kelvin Gastelum taking on D-Rod, Daniel Rodriguez. And there's been some stuff happening with this fight this week. Look at the look of disgust on Dana White's face. Look how disgusted he looks in Kelvin Gastelum. He's like, you piece of shit. You did it again, dude. Yeah, this fight was originally scheduled for 170 pounds, and earlier in the week, Kelvin Gastelum said that he wasn't going to make 170. So, you know, they tried to schedule it for 180 catch weight, and then Kelvin Gastelum said he wasn't even going to make that. So this fight is now at 185 pounds, and the belly on Kelvin Gastelum explains it. And you guys see the thumbnail of Kelvin Gastelum's YouTube I believe it was like a month ago. It was him like eating tacos, and it said, "This is why I missed weight." You know, it's like, wow, way to predict your own future, Kelvin Gastelum. Currently odds for this fight, -200 Kelvin Gastelum, +168 D-Rod. Yeah, this is at 185, y'all. And, you know, I've seen Kelvin on short notice fight. I believe fight Izzy on short notice at 185. So, Yeah, I got Kelvin Gastelum winning this still. Is he going to look great? Who knows? But Kelvin Gastelum to win this fight via decision, which is how I think he gets it done because D-Rod's pretty tough. Yeah, Kelvin Gastelum via points is plus 115, and that's where I'm going on this one. Let's see. Probably said carrot. Yeah, he's eating good. Right? It's just like, dude, just the disappointment on Dana's face. Just he's like, hey, man, like look at the difference in his face in here and then in the Dalby fight. He's like, damn, Dalby's like cut up, ready to go. And then you see him looking at Kelvin. He just looks disgusted. Like, you fat piece of shit. I don't know. Just the look on Dana White's face. It's actually crazy. That's actually, wow, this fight is so interesting. Yeah, it is. Dana's but Dana's on TRT, so steroids. So it is what it is. So I've got Kelvin Gastelum to win that fight via decision. Is it going to be pretty? Probably not. We'll move on to the co-main event. That is Sergey Pavlovich taking on Alexander Volkov, and they had some heat at the face-offs. They were like, kind of talking back and forth, and it didn't look like friendly talk. It was kind of like a, hey, like, why'd you take this fight? And then he's like, hey, it got offered to me. I don't turn down any fights. And he's like, hey, but we're like friends. And, Volkov looked pretty upset up there. Pavlovich looked like, he didn't care. But I don't have this picture uploaded, but after the face-offs earlier, I sent this to D Rose. And I was like, dude, Sergey Pavlovich is built like one of those 5-gallon like office water tanks like this. Come on, you thing. Like, come on. I turned my brightness down. That's what Sergey Pavlovich is built like. It's just one of those. Like, tell me his body shape is not that with arms and legs. He's got a head up top, but that's what his body shape is. I was just sent it to D Rose, and just look. He's built like a 5-gallon water cooler. That he's just and absolutely jacked as well. I think Sergey Pavlovich coming in here ready to fight, probably going to knock Volkov out. So give me Sergey Pavlovich to knock out Volkov in probably the first round. But let me give you guys the odds. Currently odds for this fight, minus 240 for Sergey Pavlovich, plus 198 for Alexander Volkov. And Sergey Pavlovich to win by knockout in round 1 or 2 on FanDuel. That prop is minus 115, and that is what I have parlayed. But if you just want to take the under, you're probably not going to be wrong there. In this fight, to go under 1.5 rounds is currently minus 148. If you are confident in going over 1.5 is plus 116. But I'm not even sure this fight starts the second round, if I'm going to be honest. Let's see. Pav's gonna dust him real quick. I believe so. I believe so. Come on, Sergey. Come on, water cooler tank. he's definitely got that one, dude. It's absolutely nuts. Just absolutely, just a brick of a man. All right, so it is main event time. So we'll move on to the main event where we have Robert the Reaper Whittaker taking on Ikram Aliskerov. And look at Rob up there, absolutely jacked. He was ready to fight Hamzat 5 rounds, ready to go. Ikram looks like he was going to fight Antonio last week and cut weight, and then now had to cut weight again this week, which is exactly what happened. I've never really been the highest on Ikram Aliskerov, if I have to be honest. I was ready for him to fight Imavov. It didn't happen. I was ready for him to fight Paulo Costa, and it didn't happen because I'm not convinced that this dude is all that everyone says that he is. In this fight, I believe probably going to show it. Rob Whittaker going to teach Ikram Aliskerov the old vet lesson, if you will. Currently, odds for this fight are minus 148 for Robert Whittaker and plus 126 for Ikram Aliskerov. I personally like Robert Whittaker to win this fight in round 4, 5, or decision, simply because Ikram was training for a 3-round fight against Antonio Tricoli. So at most, he's going to be ready to go about 3 rounds. Could he push it another round? Maybe. But Rob Whittaker I clicked the wrong one. Rob Whittaker to win this fight in round 4, 5, or decision is plus 165. But if you are on the Ikram Aliskerov side, his round 1, 2, or 3 prop is plus 240. Yeah, I could see why you're a fan of him. He could absolutely come out here and demolish Rob Whittaker, just doing what he's been doing. But personally, I just don't see it happening. Give me Rob, the Reaper Whittaker, to win this fight late, 4, 5, or decision at plus 165. I don't hate the prop. So with that being said, those are my picks for every single fight on the card. Let's get into my bets for this card. What I like to call, I don't have any things put up on the screen, so what I like to call the change to the cheddar. What the show is titled after, trying to turn a little bit of money into a lot of money. So with that being said, let's get into it. Oh, we got a comment real quick. Give me Bobby Knuckles as well. That's right. Let's go, Bobby Knuckles. So our first bet, I told you guys I had this earlier. First bet is Antonio Tricoli, but be a sub on FanDuel, or I'm sure you can get it even better odds. I put $5 on it to win $80. So we have $45 in total bets. So if we hit this one, it'll pay for every single one of them, even if we lose them all. So Antonio Tricoli via sub at plus 1,500. That's my first bet. And hopefully we're right. I don't have anything else to do with that fight in any of these. So we'll move on to our first $5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 5 parlays. We have 2 $5 parlays and 3 $10 parlays. So we'll go to our first one. It is a 5-leg, $10 to win $94.37. It's a plus 843, and it is Rinat Fakhretdinov money line. It is Nazarov Hakpras money line. It is Johnny Walker money line. Hopefully, your book will let you bet that, because my FanDuel has it locked right now. And we've got Kelvin Gastelum versus D-Rod to go to decision at minus 220, and Sergey Pavlovich to win by knockout in round 1 or 2. $10 on that will win you $94.37. So that's parlay number 1, $10 down. We'll move on to our first $5 parlay. It is $5 to win $106.46. It is plus 2,029. The 6 legs are Kyung-Ho Kang versus Muin Gaffarov to start round 3. It is Muhammad Naimov versus Felipe Lima to start round 2. It is Nazarov Hakpras to win via points. It is Johnny Walker via Volkan Oezir to start the second round. It is Sherabullet Magomedov versus Antonio Tricoli to start the second round. And it is Kelvin Gastelum to win via points at plus 110. That parlay, $5 on that. $5 to win 106.46. So we've got 3 left. We have 2 $10 and a $5. So our next one is a 4-leg, $10 to win $138.44. It's Muin Gaffarov to win in round 3 or decision at plus 135. Rinat Fakhretdinov 3 or decision at minus 140. Nazarov Hakpras 3 or decision at minus 110. And KG 3 or decision at minus 125. You may even get better odds on that one, but plus 1,284. $10 to win $138. And our 2 biggest ones this week, we've got a $10 7-leg. It is plus 1,783. $10 to win $188.38. It is Kyung-Ho Kang versus Muin Gaffarov to start round 3. It's Nazarov Hakpras versus Jared Gordon to start round 3. Johnny Walker versus Volkan Oezir to go over 1.5 rounds. We got Sherabullet Magomedov versus Antonio Tricoli to start round 2. we've got Kelvin Gastelum versus D-Rod to go the distance, Sergey Pavlovich versus Volkov under 1.5 rounds, and Robert the Reaper Whittaker versus Aliskerov to start round 3. $10 on that will win you $188.38 if we can hit all 7 legs. And our biggest one this week, our big daddy, $5 to win $406. It's a plus 8,026. 7 legs. Moin Gaffarov, 3 decision. Renat Fakhretdinov money line. Muhammad Naimov money line. Nazarat Hakparaz round 3 or by decision at minus 105. Kelvin Gastelum versus D-Rod to go the distance at minus 220. Sergey Pavlovich to win by KO in round 1 or 2 at minus 120, and Robert Whittaker 4-5 or decision at plus 165. $5 on that. If we hit it, $406.32, I believe. It's really small and far away. But yeah, so with that being said, not any huge ones this week, but I feel like it's because all the fights got swapped around, and truly with a few of these fights on here, I don't have the biggest lean in the world. If you want one other one that I didn't show you guys, but it still could happen. I think I put $5 on Johnny Walker via sub, and I parlayed that with Trocoli by sub, and the odds on that are absolutely crazy, but it's a 2-leg and we need them both to get a sub. So I wasted $5 on that, but I'm not going to bring that here to show you guys so you can waste $5 too. These are probably the ones that I feel the most confident on, and I had to show y'all the Trocoli by sub prop just to show y'all that I'm not just bullshitting. I did actually bet it because I do it. In my opinion, it's for sure possible because Share Bullet is ass on the ground, to be honest. So here we go. We've got Tim saying, I feel like I'm going to lose with this card. Hey, man, that's how you have to go into it. If you go into it saying I'm probably going to lose this card, then you might be pleasantly surprised, Tim. Let's be honest, because at the end of the day, it's a fist fight. Anything can happen, dude. All you have to do is just be right that one time. So that is my bets and parlays and picks for the card. Let's get into what the members are here for the weekly Predict the Fight game. So this week, the Predict the Fight game is obviously going to be on the main event. Robert Whittaker versus Nasruddin. I keep saying Nasruddin Imavov. Robert Whittaker versus Ikram Aliskerov. Yeah, and I believe on the community tab, it is already posted, so feel free to go over there and make your picks. But let me show you guys what the prize is for this week. So, as always, you'll be able to pick two packs from any of the blasters that I have available, and then let's take a look at what the cards are this week. We got 15 cards. Yeah, Khamzat's not fighting anymore this week, but I figured, why not throw a couple Khamzat cards in here still? So we got a 2023 Prism Hyper Parallel for Khamzat Chimaev. And look at this. We've got a 2021 Chronicles. This is a rookie card, Pink Parallel season ticket for Khamzat Chimaev. And then getting to people that are going to be fighting this weekend, Volkan, No Time Uzdemir. This is a 2023 Select Orange Flash for Volkan Uzdemir, and he is going to be fighting Johnny Walker, and this is a Johnny Walker. This is going to be your Prism Refractor from 2024 Tops. We've got a Daniel D-Rod Rodriguez Cracked Ice from 2023 Prism. He is going to be fighting Kelvin Gastelum. This is a Sepia Refractor from 2024 Chrome. We've got Alexander Drago Volkov. He is going to be, well, here's another Alexander Drago Volkov, and that is 41 of 175 from 2023 Select. That one's from 2023 Prism. I don't know if I said that or not. He is going to be fighting Sergey Pavlovich this weekend from 2023 Prism. Here's the silver, and here's the Hyper from 2023 Prism. Yeah. Robert the Reaper Whittaker is a 2023 Prism Disco for the Reaper Robert Whittaker, 2023 Prism Hyper for the Reaper Robert Whittaker, and from 2023 3 optic out of 199, a red Reaper Robert Whittaker. And I actually saved this one to close to the last because I know a lot of you will probably be a fan of this one. Could be given away this week if one of you guys can predict the main event correctly this weekend. Share a bullet Magomedov rookie card, refractor from 2024 Chrome, and lastly, I'd like to throw an autograph in there. This might be the last Boss Rutan autograph that I have. I would have a few Kelvin Gastelum autographs, but I sent them to Edgar H because he bought one from me on eBay and it got lost. So I shipped him another one, and I think I only had 2. So Edgar H has my Kelvin Gastelum autographs now. Yeah. So with that being said, those are the prizes for the weekly Predict the Fight game this week. And, we didn't have that many predictions last week. So let me show you guys where, let's just go on there and see if it is currently posted, because I believe it is. Oh, let me make sure we are loaded here. Well, maybe. Okay. The screen was just black. There we go. So on the community tab for the members, let me make sure we are sharing. Boom. Want to change the Cheddar background too. So on the community tab this week, it is currently posted for the members. Aliskerov versus Robert the Reaper Whittaker. It's currently on there right now. So a couple of examples of what I'm looking for. And yeah, let's see if we have any comments. We already have a comment. So we already got one person entered for the week. So yeah, that is for the members exclusive. So it is posted right now. So feel free to go make your pick for this week's Predict the Fight game. And once again, that is for all 15 of these cards that I just showed you, and 2 packs from any of the available blasters that I have. And we'll be live right back here Monday night to, see if we have a winner, recap the bets, and all that good stuff. A lot going on next week. So real quick, the members will spin that it will be this upcoming Thursday. I believe I'm going to do that at like 8 p.m. East Coast time, but I'll end up having it scheduled. So make sure you just keep an eye out for that, all of my members. But yeah, with that being said, if you are betting on fights this weekend, just please be careful. Please be safe. It's a fist fight at the end of the day. Don't be betting money that you can't afford to lose, that you need to pay your bills with and such, because believe me, it's definitely possible. Could you get lucky? Yeah. Is it probable? No. So just, bet with a little bit and just try to win a lot and just try to have fun, y'all, because this game, even with the little bits that I bet, it definitely gets frustrating and I still get upset. So I just try to have fun with it. I try to show you guys that I just have just a little bit of fun with it. So I appreciate all you guys for stopping by here tonight and hanging out with your boy. I'm going to get through here. I'm going to go through the comments one last time, and then we will we'll hop out of here. That's where Tim's saying felt like it was going to lose this weekend. Don't think like that, Tim. You got it, brother. Fire Hall of Cards. Indeed, Daniel. We got Jesse with the let's go. And then first time watcher, and I am enjoying it. I appreciate it, Jesse. Thanks for the compliment. And we've got Who's Your Daddy? What the hell? Yeah. Where do we enter? On the community tab, man, just in the comment section. Just, make your prediction for the fight. Please just read the instructions there. So you know what to do. So if there's a tie and you are exactly spot on, then you'll win. But yeah, with that being said, thank you guys for stopping by and hanging out with me here tonight. Please hit that thumbs up button if you don't mind on the way out. And yeah, with that being said, I will be back here Monday night for the Monday recap. Yeah, good luck this weekend, y'all. I'll catch y'all later. Peace.